Very weird.
T3 Media.
Through the media.
I'm thinking we're back as far as the movie going experience is concerned. I had a great time. It was a lot of fun. The crowd was great. If it wasn't for the explosions and the bullets and everything like that, you could hear a pin drop. That's how much this movie will grab you from beginning to end. I love the fact that in the beginning of the movie, it started off very slow with the character development. We got to learn a lot about Natasha as a little girl. For the first 15 minutes, I felt like I was watching an episode of The Wonder Years. And before I noticed it and realized like we hadn't seen anything blow up in a while, then that's when the action just started to pick up immediately. And from the moment when the first bullet was shot, that's it. The movie just picked up and it was a roller coaster ride all the way through. I don't know what Stephen Dorff was talking about. I'm not embarrassed at all for Scarlett Johansson. She produced a great film with Kevin Feige, and I think they did an outstanding job. Florence Pugh did an outstanding job playing Yelena, the Black Widow's sister in this movie. I was afraid that she was going to just be a cookie cutter carbon cutout of Scarlett Johansson's character, and if we need a Black Widow, we got a Black Widow. I feel that way as far as the replacement side of it. I feel that if moving forward from this day forward, if Scarlett Johansson does not want to come back to life in the fake death MCU universe and says, you know what, I'm done, or I think the story makes sense if I do not come back, I believe Florence will be a great addition to the future of the MCU with the Avengers, maybe a different team, maybe just solo, but as Black Widow or the new Black Widow, she's very different from Scarlett Johansson's character. Very sarcastic, and I didn't think I would like that, but it worked so well. The way she delivered it worked so well. I thought maybe that line about the flipping of the hair and the posing was just going to be a one-time thing, and that we saw it in the TV spots, but turns out throughout the movie, she had me cracking up. The one-liners, the sarcasm, the accent, everything worked perfectly, and I fell for this character, and I want to see more of her. Now, whether or not we're getting her in her own solo movies, whether or not she's joining the Avengers, whether or not she's a villain, I don't care. I want more, and I hope we are definitely going to get more. If you watch the end of the movie, we're getting a little bit more. So Florence, outstanding. If you're the new Black Widow, I got your back. Rachel Weisz playing Melina. Her delivery as the mother, the emotion, the times when she was being very purposely robotic because she's a scientist, and then switching it to badass was mesmerizing to watch. A master at work. You know she's been in the business for a minute. You know she's well trained. You know she's a good actor. You know she put in the work, and you feel it from badass to mother to wife. It was everything. It really hit home every time she was on screen. No matter what she was doing, it was always amazing. And there's one line in the end of the movie that floored the audience. I won't spoil it for you if you haven't seen it, but she kills with the quick little one-liners too. A couple of them actually, and it was great because her dynamic with David Harbour as what was it, the Red Guardian was adorable. That's the only word I can think of. It was adorable. Those two together just cracked me up. And the dynamic between these spies that were forced to go undercover as husband and wife and developed an actual bond that stood the test of time was quite an interesting thing to see. I mean, it was the flirting. It was the just the silent looks. It was the subtle jokes. It was the sarcasm. It was pretty much my relationship with my wife right now. That's it. I'm telling you, if you can make them laugh, that's all you need. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how you look. Doesn't matter how rich you are. Doesn't matter if you have the super serum in your system. It does not matter. You can make her laugh. You're good. You're good, brother. Pretty good. And he crushed it. Now, David Harbour as Red Guardian was the glue that kept this movie together. It was the fuel. It was the engine that just moved this movie along. Every scene that he was in totally crushed it. Cracked me up each and every time. Little sidebar. It's probably a good thing that this movie came out after Falcon and the Winter Soldier series, because I believe it was supposed to come out before. And with the explanation about what happened with a bunch of copy super soldier serums and things like that, I believe that if we would have seen this movie first, a lot of people who don't know much about David Harbour's character would have been like, why are we in a world where another person is just all of a sudden strong? Is he a mutant? What is he? Was he Hydra enhanced or something? That would indicate super soldier serum. What's going on? What's up with all these super soldier serums? And Falcon and the Winter Soldier explained that. What was the weakest part of this movie? I would have to say it's what everybody else is saying. Now, before I go into this little thing, no, I am not one of those beta guys who worries about race changing or gender swapping. It does not matter to me. I do not care. With that said, I didn't use the word but, because anytime someone says the word but, you always contradict what came before but with what you're going to say after the word but. How many times did I just say but right now? You're thinking about booties, aren't you? But Taskmaster. Okay, elephant in the room. Taskmaster, spoiler, played by a woman. Now, in the context of this movie, it made sense because we're dealing with women that are spies, these are what the villains used in the Black Widow program to pretty much complete their mission. So it would make sense that one of their greatest soldiers would be another one of these trained women, these spies or these killers. And we all know from the comic books and cartoons that Taskmaster is a male. Now, would it have just been easier to just, instead of Taskmaster, spoiler again, being the main villain's daughter, to just be a son? I mean, the operation is ran by a man. Why can't that man have a son and that son just happen to be Taskmaster? It would have just been an easy thing to do. It would have been. And a lot of the people who are upset about him being played by a woman in this movie would have accepted that. But when you switch the character to a female, all of a sudden, like I said, then you're gonna get a lot of butthurt beta people. Nothing can change. Everything has to. I have to hear the same story told 1,000 times and 1,000 times more, and I don't want to have it change. Even though I like to compare it to what I already like, or maybe I might be surprised and find something I love about it and go, I can like both equally. No, it always has to. What do you hear? You hear woke. Everything's woke. Everything's for women. Everybody got to make everything black. And you're gonna have Chris is all gonna be on talking to the media, talking about the blackest moment in the movie. And did we have a blackest moment in the movie? It probably would have been with the guy who supplied all the equipment and the transportation. Do you have a blackest moment? I mean, there was a brother. I'm gonna say yes, because he hustled up all those planes and stuff. And when he didn't have enough time to gather what people really need, he gave you a lot of junk. But you give a brother a good amount of time, good heads up, maybe he can hustle you up a jet. You give him a day or two, it's gonna be an effed up helicopter. I'm just saying. Give a brother some time if you want me to hustle up something good. Blackest moment in the movie. Here's the real complaint about Taskmaster. Not that they were played by a woman, the fact that she was mute. Hardly ever spoke at all. I think only had, one line in the whole movie? But from what I know and from what I'm familiar with, he's a noise talker. He likes to boast. So I don't know why that didn't happen, even if they had a fake voice kind of a thing under the mask to kind of fool us, and then it was a reveal that it was a woman the whole time. I think the real reason why people are upset with being a woman is the fact that the character was just not really that interesting at all. Were there a lot of cool fights? Yes. Were there a lot of cool moments with them? Yes. But it was still kind of dull because it was no character development. There was nothing there. It was just another foot soldier that was just a little tougher to kill than all the others. But we're not used to that in these MCU movies anymore. We want to know the backstory. We want to kind of feel for the bad guys sometimes. We want to sometimes kind of root for them. I understand. Killmonger wants to kill a lot of people, but brother's got a point. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't get that with Taskmaster. Now add that to gender swapping, then you get the fandom up in arms. But I guarantee you it wouldn't be as bad as it is out there if the character was written a little bit more interesting. But it is what it is. Overall, the movie is fantastic. You'll have a great time. I'm not surprised that it's going to break the records. And it feels like we're getting back to a good sense of normal. Do I need to renew my AMC Stubs membership? I'm thinking, yeah. And I'm thinking you got Black Widow to thank for that, AMC. I was this close to investing to getting about 1,000 shares in AMC when it was under $10 a share. Now it's over $50 a share. And I'm still here just making reviews with my cell phone. But I got the green screen back that you guys said you wanted me to do. So I'm sorry that I'm so zoomed in with my face and everything. I know it's punchable. I know you don't like that. I'll back the camera up next time because I gotta buy a better green screen. But I tried to work with what I got to give you guys what you said you wanted. Thank you to the YouTube community for telling me that you do want me to do more green screen reviews. So what did you think about the movie? Did you go and did you enjoy it? Did you see it in the theaters or did you watch it on Disney Plus? Now, put it in the box below. Let me know what your thoughts and maybe we'll talk about it on We Got Your Mail. Until next time, guys, I'm Chris Fagan. Hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know if you like this review and let's keep talking. Peace.
Our supporters help make all this content possible, so make sure you check out our Patreon page so you can help us bring you the content you want.
Push the pedal to the freaking metal. I'm turned up just like heavy metal. Yo. Turned up on another level. Push the pedal to the freaking metal. I'm turned up just like heavy metal.